reopen schools in January next year. Education Cabinet Secretary Prof George Magoha has maintained that learning will resume on the 4th of January. However, the Kenya Primary School Head Teachers Association (KEPSHA) has warned on increased challenges when schools reopen amid the COVID-19 pandemic if proper measures are not put in place.
Education Cabinet Secretary Prof George Magoha has maintained that schools will officially be reopened on the 4th of January as planned. Magoha said this early on Tuesday while inspecting the preparedness of schools for reopening in Seme constituency in Kisumu.
It has been very difficult, but it is going to be done. The remaining that is being fabricated now is the challenge that we must deal with between now and the 4th.
However, the Kenya Primary School Head Teachers Association (KEPSHA) has said that primary schools are yet to receive the COVID-19 mitigation funds they were promised by the government when schools reopened their doors for grade 4 and class 8 pupils in November, with CS Magoha saying that his ministry is closely working with the National Treasury to release a further 19 billion shillings to both primary and secondary schools for second term.
Unlike what was given to the secondary schools as part of COVID mitigation, 500 shillings, in primary schools we are given nothing. But we've been constantly been promised it is going to come.
The 19 billion shillings that is required for this second term that we are going to start on the 4th is available. We are in the process together with my brother and CS Ukuriatani. We are going to leave no stone unturned. Over 14 billion will go to secondary schools and about 4 billion will go to primary schools.
With the teachers pledging their support for the reopening of schools next year, they have warned of possible challenges post-reopening if proper measures are not put in place. Magoha further asking parents not to depend on masks that will be provided by the government and instead buy their children at least 2 reusable masks.
And now that we are told and we have agreed and we are very part and parcel of opening the school, in total, come 4th of January. We can see a bigger challenge if measures are not taken in place early enough.
When the schools reopen, we have a challenge of another 2 million masks. We already have another million made by Rivertex, but there's a gap of 1 million which we are doing everything possible to identify. Don't wait for those. You, as a parent, go and buy 2 masks for your child.
Social distancing is expected to be a huge challenge in schools, especially at the primary school level. However, school heads have been asked to find creative ways to ensure students resume learning without putting their health at risk.
For primary schools, we are providing 15 schools per sub-county. And each school is supposed to get 70 desks. So the funds that have been allocated is not enough for all the schools in the country, 23,000 plus primary schools. As government, we're still seeking more funding, maybe the next financial year, to have more schools benefit, because we believe the desks will also increase the social distancing in our schools. So this is something we are pursuing.
5,000 students, talking about the social distance, we need about 225, am I right, my calculation, 225 classrooms. It will be cheating to say that the government can come up with over 200 classrooms in Olympic primary school within a day or two. Even within a year, it is next to impossible. However, with the authority of making our own arrangement, provided we meet the requirement of the curriculum.
With schools expected to reopen in January next year, the safety of millions of students remains a major concern for both parents and teachers as the country continues to fight one of the deadliest global pandemics. Musa Salah, TV 47.